Hey there guys, and welcome back to another video with Logishaw. Got Mike here, and we're back with some more interactive horror stories. Eventually, I'll stop having a hesitation when I say the name of this game. But now, we are going into Crystal Skull 2. It would be kind of cool if it leaves off from the first Crystal Skull, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like it's going to be, someone else acquiring it or something. But it's only one way to find out. Boop. This time, you are not a king, but a libertine billionaire. Libertine? Libertine. A person, especially a man, who behaves without moral principles or a sense of responsibility, especially in sexual matters, or a person who rejects accepted opinions. Mike, I'm not going to be able to read today. Awesome. I can't even read a definition in matters of religion. Free thinker. So I'm the Great Gatsby in a modern age. Okay, that's interesting. Historical artifacts are one of your vices. I can understand that. That would be a cool thing to do, collect artifacts. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I've started to collect stuff. I'm starting to collect, nerd stuff. It's a tiny collection right now, but it will grow and blossom. All right, enough distraction. Let's get back into the game. A marvelous crystal skull is brought to your mansion, and the interesting part is you can hear the skull's voice in your mind. You can talk with it. Is this the same skull, or is it a different one? Because before, someone had to touch it and they would get visions, or be cured, or be possessed. But it says that it will bring you joys no mortal can ever reach, but it demands something first. Of course, all magic has a price, so... Excuse me, I'm not sure if that was a hiccup or burp. Let's get into it. Crystal Skull 2. You consider yourself a lucky man. You are a European billionaire in his 30s. I'm in my 30s and I'm a billionaire. Hello. After the recent death of your father, your mother died a long time ago, you inherited the family manor and company. You are also single and handsome. Yes, you are a lucky son of a bitch. There we go. I am a lucky son of a bitch. And handsome. And single. And I have a manor. And a company. What kind of company? As a libertine, that's weird to say, you have indulged in many vices. Those we can't mention because of censorship. You have never harmed anyone against her will, though. Was I a porn star? But all these wild experiences couldn't slake your thirst. You wanted to taste what you wanted to taste. You want to taste what was not tasted before. Conquer the unconquered. Nowadays, you have a new interest. Historical artifacts. I can't read today. Oh, gods. Prehistoric vases? No, you don't like boring things. You own Alexander the Great's sword, which he used for cutting the Gordian knot. That's pretty cool. You didn't obtain it in legal ways, but that doesn't matter to you. You seek more. Yeah, I don't think anyone would allow you to legally have Alexander the Great's sword. I don't think you would be able to have a straight razor. It's a summer night. Your smartwatch shows 1:11. All your 6 servants are asleep in their rooms, and that's the way you like it. You don't like being disturbed by their presence at night. You want to be alone at this hours while enjoying your malt whiskey. There we go. Let's get some whiskey. There we go. You are in front of your laptop in your study room. You're billionaire and you're on your laptop at home? Oh, billionaire, you gotta have like a big, beefy computer with multiple monitors and a super powerful tower with liquid cooling and all this other stuff. Obviously, I don't have that. You're in front of your laptop in your study room, checking social media. Yes, even billionaires do it. With a glass of whiskey and Cuban cigars. Oh, he's getting it. You remember that you haven't checked your emails for a while. So I do the same thing there. I have so many unread emails, but I don't really care about them. There are 6 unread... 6? I have like 150. There are 6 unread emails. 4 of them are business mails. One of them is from your friend Phil, another rich man. You will love this, is the subject of the mail. The last one is from Bill, an artifact smuggler. Crystal Skull, he says in this subject. Read the business one first. These mails are from your employees. They inform you the painkiller medicine that your enterprise produces can't be sold in Sweden anymore. You are too drunk to handle the situation right now. This medicine ban is not such an important loss for your enterprise anyway. You produce and export many other products. There are 2 unread emails. Okay, let's look at our friend's email. It consists of a single image. It belongs to a creepy clown with sharp teeth and a hideous smile on his white face. Low-key lighting and the blood that spills from its mouth makes the image even more disturbing. You have a phobia of clowns, and Phil knows it very well. Reply with, fuck you. Yes! There's 1 unread email. Alright, time for the smuggler. I have to show you this. I hate text talk. I have to show you this, Bill says. The skull is made of pure crystal and nobody knows where it's from. You won't believe its story. He has taken a photo of the skull with his phone. The fluorescent light in his room is weak, but somehow the skull is clearly visible in the photo. Despite the quality of the photo, the skull looks amazing with its shiny material. You have seen enough crystal jewelry to know that Bill isn't showing something fake here. Okay, let me bring it to your place. What will be your response? Not interested. Game over. Okay, bring it to the mansion. Alright, wait for the smuggler. So you turn your computer off and start waiting for Bill. 15 minutes later, your phone rings. The melody is Amado Mio by Pink Martini. It shows Bill as the caller. Answer the call. Hello? Pick up your phone and answer the call. Hey, it's me, dude. Bill says on the phone. Looking out the window, you see him standing in the doorway. He responded within... He showed up within 15 minutes after getting a reply. This dude's like right down the street. Yeah. I didn't want to wake your people up. Open the door for me, will you? Alright. You leave your study room, descend the stairs. Your study room is at the 3rd floor of the mansion, and open the huge wooden door of the mansion. Bill smiles at you. It's nice to see you again. I'm sure you'll love what I got here. He shows you his full khaki sports bag. Now, let's move on to the study room. You climb up the stairs to your study room as Bill follows you. After you reach there, Bill closes the door of the study room and pulls the artifact from his bag. Bill puts the crystal skull on your desk with a confident smile on his face. Oh God, you've seen many things in your life, but this skull is one of the prettiest one ever. Wait, did I read that? But this skull is one of the prettiest ones ever. The skull is made of pure crystal, and all of the details of a human skull are imprinted. It refracts the lights of the room with elegance. Bill is ready to answer your questions. Why is number 4? Oh, I can't do number 4. That's the first time it's blocked out an option. I guess I'll have to ask at least one question, and then I'll be able to do that. Let's go with... Who crafted this and when? I have no idea. The skull is found in a bag. The skull was found in a bag in the sea. It resembles, so if we would have tossed it into the ocean, then it would have been a direct follow. Interesting. The skull is found in a bag in the sea. It resembles nothing I have ever sold or heard. I didn't even know that it was possible to craft a baby like this. Look at it. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, how did you obtain it? I was afraid you'd ask that, because you won't believe me. After a long pause, Bill continues. It is brought to me by a diver who dived in the seashore. He said that he started hearing voices inside his head when he was in the sea. Find me, the voices told him. He swam to the direction of the voices and found a floating bag. It's strange. You'd expect a skull like this should have been sunk, but it was floating. And the rest of the story is even stranger. That is interesting. Huh. I'm sure there's some kind of like scientific thing with like the pressures of the water, the varying pressures with the depth and whatnot. Maybe that would have made it so that it would have floated at one point in the middle instead of going all the way down, but it's not my forte, so. After he found the bag with the skull, he continued hearing voices. They gave him my phone number. He told me he would never do any illegal shit like giving a historical artifact to a smuggler, but he couldn't disobey the voices. And you won't believe me, but when I touched the skull, I began seeing shit. Beautiful shit. All of the best shit. I saw my... Can you believe it, dude? This is definitely at a more modern age. Bullshit. I don't expect you to believe me anyway, but you should touch the skull too. Come on, touch it. Just give it a little touch. Just a little touch. What the heck? Poke. You approach the skull and touch it with your bare hand, and the vision starts. You are something magnificent. Definitely not a human anymore. Something way beyond human. A cosmic entity. You are omniscient. You can see and hear the whole universe. No secrets are kept from you. You are inside every mind that exists on Earth. Now you see yourself in the form of a human. You're at the top of a hill, under the sun. You're not alone. There are millions of people around the hill. They are all naked and on their knees. They chant your name. You know they are yours. And the vision ends. You feel like you hit the ground when you are flying high in the heavens. It feels like you hit the ground when you are flying high in the heavens. You find yourself touching the skull and Bill is looking at you with a smile. I told you, he says. That skull is magical. Bill is ready to answer questions. Oh. How much you want? 1 million? What is that? What is this currency? What is this? It's not euros. What is that? What are you? Yes, you. Figure out what that is. What is this kind of currency? What is that? And let me know in the comments. I don't think I've seen that before. What is that? 1 million what? And how does it translate to US doll hairs? Normally, I would sell by auction, but really, I don't want to keep this thing. I feel like I can lose it if I keep it for more than a few hours. You had bought much more boring things for higher prices. Well, yeah. That's enough. I want to buy it. Bill smiles. Great. Make the money transfer and the skull is yours. Transfer him 1 million of this currency. You open your computer once again. Of course you don't use banks for illegal stuff like that. Instead you open your Bitcoin account. I don't know how that works. I've never done that. With a few clicks, all the money is sent to the smuggler. It doesn't take long for Bill's phone beep. Okay. He looks up to his phone, smiles. It was a good deal, dude. He waves at you while leaving the study room with his empty bag. If you want anything, you know whom to call. Soon, You hear Bill's car leaving the mansion. Now you are alone in your study room with the skull. Let's touch it again. As you touch the skull, something strange happens. All the lights in the room go off, but the crystal starts to shine and emit white light, illuminating the room. You hear a voice, male or female, you can't figure it out, in your mind. Greetings, mortal. You feel the skull gazes into your soul. I can hear you. Talk to me. What are you? Wrong question. It's who, not what. Okay, I was gonna go with who first, but just kind of hoping it would, tell me what it was. Like me. I am who man. I am who man. That is what I is. Who are you? I've got many names. Xerasil is one of them. That sounds like a medication. Some perceive me as an angel, some as a demon, some as a god. The truth is, there are forces in the universe inconceivable to tiny human minds. And I am one of those forces. For ages, I've been worshipped by mankind and the entities unknown to your world. But I am forgotten. I am preparing my return. Oh? A god? I don't believe you. I don't think that's good. Oh? The skull waits for your questions. Are you stuck in this crystal skull? Do you know who I am? Are you stuck in this crystal skull? I see, hear, and know everything. My existence is far beyond this material skull. Okay, so it's more of a conduit. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are, like I know everything else. You are a billionaire who's afraid of clowns and who hasn't earned his fortune with hard work. You want to taste all kinds of joy on Earth. I can give you what you want. It is not a coincidence that the diver and Bill brought me to you. Yes, I can give you what you want. But, what will you give me? You are stuck in a mortal human body. You can be a cosmic entity like me. You will know everything, be ageless, immortal, and worshipped. But I demand something first. And what do you demand? Ancient civilizations always offered me something valuable. They sacrificed human lives for me. I want you to kill someone innocent. So, traditionally, I would not want to do this. However, I'm playing the role of a bored billionaire who isn't finding joy in things anymore. And this is something new and exciting, so they would be interested. Okay, I know someone who you can kill. Nobody cares about the lives of prostitutes. You will find a young girl on the alley that you always buy something. You know what it is. Her name is Nina. She has short red hair, and she's a virgin. This is going to be her first and last night that she does her job. You will recognize her when you see her. You don't need to hide anything after you sacrifice her to me, as you will be above all the law of humans. Okay, I know you possess Alexander's sword, and keep it in the basement along with your wine bottles. I want you to kill Nina with it. I'll go get your car. I am waiting. Alright, we're going right into this. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you leave your study room, descend the staircase, and go to the garage where you keep your expensive cars. You have a sports car with a distinctive red color and another black car that looks like a vigilante with a bat costume. Which do we have the Batmobile? You can choose one of them to bring the prostitute to your mansion. So, which one Which one is, less noticeable? A red sports car or the Batmobile? Which one's going to be remembered and be able to be singled out better? Let's go with the not that one. We're going with the red car. So you get in your red car and you drive to the alley that you always find your thing we won't name here. Oh. Okay, yeah. It took me a second. Despite the high horsepower of your car, you drive slowly in order to examine the people in the alley. The alley is almost isolated. You see only a few people you know that they don't sell legal things. And you see the silhouette of a girl with very short skirt and long legs, clearly a prostitute. She smokes a cigarette, but she coughs with every breath she takes from it. As you approach her, you see that she has red hair like the crystal skull described. She notices your car. Wait for her to approach you. She approaches your red car's window. She looks quite young and naive and cute, but you are here for something else. Excuse me, sir. She shyly talks to you. I believe that you seek some fun, don't you? What is this? Amateur hour? Who doesn't? That's good. I can give you what you want for 40 of this currency. What is that currency? Get in the car. She gets in your car and sits on the seat next to you. As you start your car, she asks, will you bring me back here after the job is done? I'm not that experienced, to be honest. Yeah. Sure. I'll do that. She smiles. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. You are about to arrive at the mansion. Yeah, what is your name? Doesn't matter. All names are the same. You can call me anything, but please let it be a girl's name. So... I'm tempted to say Nina then, but that does run the risk of her being like, how do you know my name? Ah! And that's not what we want. But at the same time, it would... No, no. That's definitely going to tip her off. I'll call you Jill then. You are about to arrive at the mansion. I kind of want to ask why you do this. Why do you do this job? Because, lore. Let's do it. My dad is in jail. He's in a huge debt. This is the quickest way I can earn money to help him. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Don't say anything. So you finally arrive at your mansion. So you finally arrive at your mansion. You stop the car and get off. Get out. As she gets out, she looks at your mansion with awe. Wow, it looks so pretty. It must be wonderful to live here. She follows you as you walk to the mansion and open the door. The sword is in the basement. Let me show you something more interesting. I mean, she seems curious, and yeah. It's better to talk than to be silent and creepy. You look like a man with surprises and mystery. I love it. I wonder how this night will end. Me too. You open the door that leads to the basement stairs. You turn on the lights and descend as the girl follows you. You walk past the wine cask, and I'm sure that you have a good taste of wine, she says. You had hidden Alexander's sword between two casks. Now you find and pull it from the spot you hid it. You stand between her and the basement's door so she can't escape from you. Wow, that sword looks antique. Who used to own it? Alexander the Great. I was gonna murder you, but I can't. You're kind of like cute and stuff and so innocent. And It's from Alexander the Great. Huh? Is this the sword he cut the Gordian knot with? I know its story. He became the king because he thought outside of the box. He cut the knot instead of solving it by hand. I always wanted to be someone great like him, but I ended up being a prostitute. Oh no. I don't want to do this. She might be able to give you everything you wanted. Like, not like that. I mean, like, he's single and all that. You know, surely if he was with someone, things would brighten up for him, right? Right? The dilemma. No, let's. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I should keep with the mentality and go with this. You will be great after I sacrifice you. She's surprised as she's surprised as fuck. Because of your serious manner, she understands that you're not joking. What? You're gonna kill me? She gets on her knees. Please don't kill me. Damn, just please don't kill me. Just thunk. Jesus Christ. Good timing. It's always when I forget that this game is going to give a random sound at random points that it does it. You repeatedly stab the sword into the prostitute's abdomen. Why would you do that? You just breathe in my ear? Can you not? Blood flows out of the slit on her abdomen. Her eyes are staring at you with disbelief. She falls on the ground as you pull the sword. You understand that she died. Killing her gives you a hardness in your underwear, as you are a sadist who accepts the skull's offer without hesitation. Well, I guess we found something that will give him joy. He's a serial killer. You feel you are fainting, maybe because of the adrenaline of killing a girl, maybe something else, but you slowly lose your consciousness. The sword and your unconscious body fall on the floor. You wake up. You lie on the basement's floor, but you are naked, and your skin is a white color, as white as snow. The sword is gone. At the end of the basement, you see a chair. You never had chairs in the basement. And Nina sitting on it. She is facing back. You can't see her face. Go to Nina. Barefooted, you walk to the chair that Nina sits on. She doesn't move or react to your presence. Nina? She turns her face to you. There is no flesh on her face. It is only a skull with red hair. But she can still talk. You took my life. Her angry voice echoes in the basement. You can feel her gaze upon you, even though she doesn't have eyes. Alright, let's leave the basement. That's terrifying. You leave the basement. Something is wrong with the mansion. All walls and floor have a rusty metal texture now. You hear a mixture of crying and laughing sounds, but you can't understand the source. Rusty walls aren't the only strange things. You see all your 6 servants at the entrance of the basement, welcoming you. But they're not human anymore, but mannequins with servant clothes. They stand motionless, but their heads are pointed at you. Let's go upstairs, where the skull was. You approach the staircase with the intention of going up. Go to the study room. You hear a loud choir behind you. Okay. Looking back, you see the serpents are now standing in a horizontal line at the bottom of the staircase. They somehow moved there while you didn't see them. They are staring at you motionless, blocking the way to the exit. I actually got a little bit of goosebumps. Let's go to the study room. As you find your way to the study room, you see rusty metals invading every part of your mansion. The altered mansion doesn't cease to surprise you. You see a man, yourself, waiting for you in the study room. To be exact, someone who looks exactly like you, with a black suit. He holds the sword in his hand. He smiles at you. Hello, my friend. You recognize the Crystal Skull's voice. I think you like how I look now. 'Cause I am you now. He just switched places with me. Like, he's now possessing my body, and I just literally sacrificed that to give my soul to the crystals so that he could... Interesting. He waits for your questions. What have you done to me? Oh, I altered you too. He points to the rusty metal wall. A curtain covers it. There never was a curtain before. There is a mirror behind it. Look at yourself. Open the curtain. You open the curtain and confront your reflection on the mirror. You are a fucking clown. You have a big red nose. There is makeup around your mouth that forms the shape of a smile, but in reality, you are so far away from smiling. You are terrified. It is permanent, he says as you break down and start crying. Oh, now, if you'll allow me, he says, touching your white shoulder, I have places to go. He walks to the door with the sword in his hand. While he was about to leave, you see Nina at the entrance of the study room. Her body is human, but her head is a skull with hair. Leave me alone. Let me leave you alone with Nina, he says. Ooh. After he leaves, Nina starts to walk at you, stumbling, as if one of her legs was crippled. You should have never bought that skull. The end. Ooh, this one has 4 endings. 4 endings. My nose. 4 endings. So, we have ours, where we end up as a clown. I saw the achievement. It's something about clown. There's probably one for us leaving the mansion, if it will let us leave the mansion. I don't know. There's probably one for not murdering her, which is probably the happy ending one. And then for not buying the skull in the first place. But that is all guessing, and I have no idea that's actually what it is. But if you guys want to find out, you can find the link for this game in the description. It is free, and I have actually enjoyed it. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.